somebody had to continue to believe in them and continue to push them, it was going to be me.
If I were to describe Richard in one word, I would definitely probably say wise.
If I were to describe Richard in one word, I would definitely say passionate. It's the word that comes to mind with him, just in everything that he does. I've been coming to Bellevue Christian Center for just under 4 years.
I've been coming here since 7th grade, the summer before my 7th grade.
Richard Nakai, I know him through my life group. They were called cell groups at the time, but he was my under shepherd, so he was like the leader, and then I was underneath of him.
When I first started coming to high school, we started cell groups, and my sister Tabitha introduced me to Richard because he is our life group or cell group leader.
That we were pushing ourselves to be better than we were before we were doing
It was probably back around my senior year of high school. Just felt drawn in that direction, and I kept walking there. You know, the way culture is, there's a lot of people that don't have high expectations for teenagers anymore, and something that's always been really frustrating to me, and never a place I was willing to go. So I just figured if somebody had to continue to believe in them and continue to push them, it was going to be me.
Honestly, I really like Richard's excitement about things, that he always gets really passionate about them, and he comes up with new ideas. Like, he thinks of things that are out of the box, but then he does them. And I think without that, a lot of things that happen wouldn't happen because no one would come up with the idea or be brave enough to do it. Mm-hmm. But he's like not afraid to try.
Richard's always been there for me. He's been a really good example on me and brought like who I am now. He brought that out of me. He's just real funny and everything too, so.
Yes. A lot of what keeps me motivated is a lot of the stories, seeing teenagers continue to push through with what they believe and what they're passionate about, despite all this stuff around them that might be pushing them or drawing them in other directions.
when I first started coming to the church, specifically high school more, I was a really shy kid. He opened me up to like be a better example to people, being a better leader, not being so shy to where I could hang around other people and just to have fun and just be myself rather than be what others want me to be.
Something that Richard has done for me that I'll never forget. Honestly, he invited me to come on this 23-mile prayer walk that he did. He said he was going to do it whether anyone came with him or not. We were going to start at East High School, and then we were going to walk from school to school, from East to West, and then West to Bryan, and Bryan, keep going all the way to, to Millard North. And he invited me to come along with that, and it was me and him, just this other guy, but he went all the way and was really encouraging the whole time, and it was really, really a cool experience, and I'll never, forget that.
A lot of it is things that I hear from God, things I read in the Word.
We used to call like some smooth dude, we didn't say he had swag. Swag. Do you know what swag means? Swag means stuff we all get. If you have swag, you should be worried. Stuff we all get. I don't know, have you guys ever been to a trade show or a fair and people are handing out what people would call swag? It's free stuff that we all get. So now you guys are gonna second guess when you say, oh yeah, I have swag, and then no, I don't.
But another important factor is also seeing what teenagers need to hear and what they need to discover most nowadays, and I'll try and put that stuff in and how I can show them how the Bible really relates to the situation they're in right now.
Find in Philippians 3 verse 14 it says, I press on to reach the end of the race and receive the heavenly prize for which God, through Christ Jesus, is calling us.
I love talking about Jesus. He was just the ultimate picture of somebody who came in, wasn't appreciated, wasn't liked by many people, but ended up changing the world in a way that nobody else ever has. The amount of love that it took for him to actually walk out in that. I love talking about his love. I love talking about his desire to reach people who were lost, who needed help.
That's easy just because Richard, like I was saying before, how he's always been there for me. It makes it easy for me to know that I'm not going through life alone, or that if I need anybody for anything that I'm going through, whether it's I don't know how to do something when I'm lifting, or whether I'm going through something when I'm struggling with life, Richard's always there for me, and he's always got my back, no matter what happens. Something he's always told me, it's not something big, but he's always before anything happens, if I get discouraged, he's always like, Jake, I'm proud of you. And so that just kind of helps me, just lift me up first. That's what he tells me every time before we start the actual conversation. So how he has an answer to everything, not only just I know that it's not just knowledge from himself, but because of how he portrays himself as a leader and how he chases after God with everything he's got, it makes me know that he's not making up what he's coming to me with. He goes to God before anything. He's a man of God's heart and everything. So what he gives me is straight from God.
I'm really thankful that I have a leader like Richard, because I know that he's first and foremost committed to where God is taking him, the vision that God has given him. He's really good about passing that on. A lot of times people get distracted, but he doesn't. And the other thing I really love about Richard is just how personal he is, and I know that he cares about me above the things that I do. I really just like that, that caring heart that he has.